Welcome to our second edition of Table Topics RE. I am Stacy Harmon. This is
Scott Shang.
Bob Watson.
And happy Memorial Day weekend. We've just completed a great SMMOC meeting. We had a huge turnout today. And Bob, why don't you tell the audience a little bit more about what SMMOC is?
Sure. Social Media Mastermind Orange County is 2 years old now. We had our anniversary actually this month. It's the premier networking, learning, sharing, and discussion group in Southern California actually right now for internet technology and social media.
And it's cross industries, not just real estate.
Well, we started out with real estate 2 years ago, in fact 9 people, all in the real estate business, and right now we have about 9% of the people that show up are actually in the real estate industry. So it is across industry.
And the group meets most Saturdays from 9 to 11 in Costa Mesa, Orange County. So we'd like to invite any of you that are ever in town to come and join us. We'd love to have you here. But one of the things that we're going to do after each of these meetings is we're going to kind of recap what we think is most relevant that came out of the meeting for the real estate space, and each highlight one thing that kind of struck us. And so that's the goal of today. So Scott, why don't you start us off? What do you want to bring to the table?
Sure. All right. What I want to bring to the table is we had a conversation. A lot of times people come here because they want to know about new technologies, they hear about new technologies, and I think a lot of times when we hear about the technologies, there's not a differentiation between a technology or a tool and a strategy. And one of the things that we brought up during the meeting is that social media marketing, Facebook, Twitter, Google, even Yahoo, YouTube, all of these are tools, but they're not a strategy. Marketing is a journey, it's not a destination. So getting a Facebook page or getting a Twitter account is not a marketing strategy, and it's not going to automatically bring you business, but it is a path that's going to lead you down. It's a communication channel. It's another way for you to get the word out about your business, engaging consumers that would want to do business with you, and help get the word out and promote yourself. And I think I don't always hear that differentiation when I hear people talking about those tools. So that was one of the things that I took away that I wanted to bring to the table today.
That's awesome. Well, I also heard, I agree totally, and it seems to me that there's a great lack of strategy and planning behind most social media efforts across all industries, but certainly we see that with the real estate industry as well. And one of the takeaways would be that actually understanding the tools and how to utilize them can help you to formulate a strategy, but you really have to have it based in a strategy and work on it. We certainly agree that that's a challenge across the board. But
it's an ongoing discussion.
It's an ongoing discussion. One of the things too that I thought was relevant is that a great social media strategy is going to really start with like a hub and spoke system. So you're going to have a home base somewhere on the web. We had a lot of discussion about, what should that home base be? And what we kind of found is that it may vary depending on your particular goals and outreach, but ideally, especially for the real estate industry, you'd want it to be a site that you control, maybe a WordPress website. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Either WordPress.com or self-hosted. I mean, there's some very easy, very simple entry-level ways to do it. And then once you get good at that, let's put it this way: if you think it's not working for you anymore, you've outgrown it, and you can evolve it to something that you control even more.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And then all of your social media channels, your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube channel, all of these things will be actual spokes that are going to point back and drive traffic back to this hub that you kind of control, and that's one of my main takeaways from today.
And one of the biggest problems has been the strategy issue, and it continues to be a huge problem. The hub and spoke, a lot of people don't know how to create a WordPress blog, so they don't know what their hub's supposed to be, so they start grabbing at what you call, Scott, the shiny penny. There's a new thing on the block, let's try that. Let's see if that'll be the thing that works for me. One of the pieces that I picked up today was a company called Workflowy, WORKFLOWY.com.
We'll put the link under the video.
Excellent, that's great. That program actually helps prioritize activities for people that are in this business, the agents in this business, and that's one of the things that I've been teaching for years is great time management and life management and project management. How do you get the things that you need to get done every day in a prioritized fashion. And so I learned today that Workflowy is a free program.
Great.
You can buy a premium part of it, right?
Not that I know of right now. It's a new piece of software that's totally web-based that allows you to manage and prioritize your task list and reorganize it, and even better, maybe share it with other members of your real estate team or people that can help you to kind of move towards things. I'm absolutely in love with Workflowy. I think it's absolutely fabulous. I've been using it for 3 days. And I already can't live without it. So if you're interested in list making and keeping things prioritized, reorganizing that, having it be totally web-based, being able to collaborate with other people, absolute solution that I'd look at.
And when you say web-based, you mean the cloud, right?
Yeah, it's up in the cloud. That's probably another great topic for some of our future videos. We'll discuss that then. But
All right,
I
cool.
agree. Really awesome solution. So please check that out.
Great.
We'll put a link to that as well. And what I wanted to bring to the table today from my observation at the meeting was there's a lot of confusion in Facebook in particular using pages about how to structure the brand of your page. Facebook, it's actually very complex and we see it misused in our space a lot, but the takeaway for me was that people need to really be educated that when you create a Facebook business page, you have to be the authorized representative of that page, which for us means you have to be the authorized representative of the brand positioning. And when people create pages that are like Newport Beach real estate, that's a very generic term, and you run the risk of not retaining your administrative rights on that page. And I think this is quite a big discussion in our space because obviously having a strategy around a community is a really good content strategy for real estate agents. It makes people interested in the area and is very attractive without being a direct sales pitch. The problem is I view it as a terms of service violation issue with Facebook, and as a marketing tool, agents run the risk of losing their administrative access over time.
So could I call it Robert Watson's Newport Beach page?
So I think that's a better solution because you are the authorized representative as an independent contractor of Robert Watson, and you know it's still positioning your expertise and credibility. So I think that that's a much safer way to go.
Okay.
I advocate that when agents create business pages, they're putting their personal name in there. You want to also be leery of not putting in maybe your brokerage name because you can't change that page name after you have 100 people that like your page.
Right.
And you may not always, forever and always be with your brokerage. So you want to consider that when you name your page. Also want to consider, NAR trademark regulations.
Yeah, Realtor and also FHA just came out with a new rule, and they're coming down hard on anybody that uses FHA or HUD in a URL or on a social media platform.
Yeah.
They
And
will
a
shut it
URL
down.
is
Uniform Resource Locator.
locator. Yeah. At SMMOC, we don't use acronyms.
No acronyms.
Without
out.
explaining them, so that's our plan. But yeah, those are some of the main takeaways. Certainly a lot more discussion could be had about it, but if you have questions, let us know. If you want to connect with SMMOC or find out more about our meeting, you can go to SMMOC.com. And any other add-ons for today?
Yeah, real quick, if you have any topics you'd like us to discuss, anything that you're interested in, put it in the comment section below, and we'll definitely we'll take suggestions.
Great.
Things you want to learn about.
Yeah, and if you'd like to find out what went on at the meeting today, just go to #SMMOC on Twitter. Create a column for that in your client, either TweetDeck or Hootsuite, and you can follow the conversation as it went on today.
Lots of good links, lots of conversation going on there.
And we'll be repeating this after each of the SMMOC meetings and supplementing these videos through the week with additional training tips and opportunities, hopefully help build your business. So
Great.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye.